Good day, IT professionals. Today I'm going to walk you through the full life cycle of problem management, from theory to execution, using real-world examples, clear workflows, and the same operational rigor used in multiple Fortune 500 environments. Problem management is the practice that transforms IT from reactive firefighting into proactive service protection. If incident management restores the service today, problem management prevents the same issue from happening tomorrow. Throughout this lesson, I will show you how to identify recurring failures, eliminate root causes, build a strong known error database, and drive long-term stability. My name is Bob. I spent over 20 years implementing ITIL processes, primarily on the ServiceNow platform, where I was a platform owner for well over a decade. I am both ITIL and ServiceNow CSA certified. I create these videos to take the complexity out of ITSM and turn them into something practical, modern, and actually usable. If you want real-world experience backed by someone who has actually implemented service management at multiple Fortune 500 organizations and provides some tips and tricks along the way, you are in the right place. This course is designed for service management leaders, process owners, and service owners, where service owners are those support teams that support servers, application, databases, and the network infrastructure. By the end of this module, you will understand how problem management protects service stability by eliminating the root causes behind recurring incidents, a disciplined known error database and workaround process ensuring the service desk accurately accelerates recovery, strong governance, prioritization, and cross-practice integration are non-negotiable for success, and problem management only succeeds when service owners treat recurring incidents as strategic risks, not operational noise. So let's kick things off. Welcome to problem management. It is the practice that protects your organization from experiencing the same incident twice or look for repeat process handling issues like a missed SLA or a change implemented that didn't go well to improve your overall service delivery. Problem management strengthens stability, reduces operational noise, and builds a knowledge-driven support model. It is about transforming how IT operates by eliminating the root causes behind recurring events that impact how IT services are delivered. And do not forget to subscribe and comment as you see fit. You know the drill. It helps my channel. I also have a link below to my website where I post these presentations, offer free guides, and provide consultant services. Let's start with the foundation of problem management and where it is in the ITIL practice area focused on identifying and eliminating the underlying causes of incidents. A problem is not the incident itself, it is the reason behind the incident and how and why it occurred. Also, problem management can be engaged for other service failures such as change failures or SLA misses that do not get implemented properly, or deep dive into process or ongoing process failures. I have seen cases where it's used to improve the overall process implementation in multiple areas, depending on how the organization wants to play it. But problem management is to drive efficiency. Problem management operates in two modes: reactive, which is triggered by incidents, PIRs, or major outages, or proactive, driven by trend analysis, monitoring, and pattern detection. A key principle to take away is service restoration always takes priority, right? And we investigate the problem after the service is back online, not before. At the end of the day, problem management eliminates recurring issues through root cause analysis and strengthens the overall service reliability. This is one of the most misunderstood areas in ITSM, so let's make it crystal clear for you. An incident is an unplanned interruption affecting users right now. A problem is the underlying cause of one or more of those incidents, and a known error is a problem where the root cause is understood, but the permanent fix has not yet been implemented. The best way to digest these concepts are to think of it in an overall kind of life cycle way. To begin with, an incident occurs or service disruption has transpired. Then, a problem record goes down the root cause analysis trail to diagnose why that failure occurred. Then, a known error captures what that error was. And finally, hopefully, a permanent fix or workaround is implemented. Make sure to lock into known errors as they must be created immediately after root cause confirmation. Or if a workaround is created, it must be evaluated ongoing to get a permanent fix in place. Don't let it linger. Problem management creates long-term business value as it reduces recurring incidents, strengthens service stability, and builds organizational knowledge. The value isn't measured on how fast we close problems. It's measured in fewer disruptions, shorter mean time to restore, and a stronger knowledge known error database. Root cause elimination is the heart of the practice. We don't guess. We investigate, validate, implement, and verify, making sure that service is restored and why it might have reoccurred if there is a reoccurrence as a failure. The key is to reduce the frequency and impact of the service failures by identifying the underlying cause, transforming that cause into a reusable outcome with workarounds or permanent fix, which in turn reduces the incident volume, and you continue that life cycle to drive service improvement and service availability to our customers. Problem management owns the full life cycle of every problem record. That includes detection, prioritization, root cause analysis, workaround creation, permanent fix coordination, and closure. A key responsibility is ensuring known errors and workarounds are published quickly, ideally within 48 hours of the root cause being confirmed. And it's imperative to link incidents to problems for trend analysis and focus on areas of improvement. Another vital action is active participation and collaboration with the problem manager leading the effort. Those service owners who participated in the incident must account for time to feed the problem management practice to obtain the necessary data for analysis. Without that close collaboration, the practice will fail, and that is not an option. That collaboration with those service owners must occur. Problem management is a team sport with clearly defined roles and active participation in order to succeed. The problem manager owns the practice, prioritizes the backlog, and drives investigations. At that person's side is the problem analyst, who also performs root cause analysis in a deeper way, documents the findings, and maintains the known error database. Service owners provide technical expertise and approve fixes. Those are those teams that support servers, application, database, and network components. The incident manager feeds recurring incidents and the PRI findings into the problem management practice. The known error manager, or technical SME sometimes, they maintain the known error database with accurate, validated entries and ensures workarounds are documented, communicated, and usable by the service desk. And lastly, the change manager, who implements permanent fixes through the change enablement process. I cannot stress enough that active participation in the overall problem management practice will determine its true value and success with collaboration of those service owners. They get pulled away doing other things. You have to figure that out and make sure that you get that input from those folks so you can drive a solid problem management practice. Before we dive into root cause analysis and long-term remediation, it's important to understand how the Critical Services List, or CSL, strengthens the entire problem management practice. The CSL gives us a clear, business-aligned view of which services matter most, the ones that protect revenue, customer experience, compliance, sometimes security, and operational continuity. When a recurring incident is identified as a problem, the first question we ask is, does this impact a critical service? If the answer is yes, that problem immediately receives higher priority, faster investigation, and stronger justification for a permanent fix. In short, the Critical Services List is the lens that keeps problem management focused on what truly matters, long-term stability of the service that drives the business and improves customer satisfaction and availability. Now let's walk through the problem management workflow step by step. It's not that difficult. Detect and log, which is identifying problems through trends, PIRs, or monitoring events. Prioritize and analyze and assign, evaluate the impact, urgency, and recurrence. Investigate and diagnose. Perform structure root cause analysis using the 5 whys or other fishbone type practices for analysis. Develop workaround and fixes, which is document known errors and design, hopefully, permanent solutions. Implement, verify, and close. Deploy the fix, confirm recurrence has stopped, and update the known error database, and close the record. Every step has clear entry and exit criteria to prevent stalled investigations. Remember, each RCA must be evidence-based, not assumption-based. I've mentioned the Known Error Database, or KEDB, a few times, is an important knowledgeable asset produced by problem management. It contains confirmed root causes and documented workarounds that L1 analysts can apply immediately. A known error database must include root cause statement, workaround steps, impact description, CI and service alignment, the status of it, active or retired, and related incident or problem record IDs. A known error is created the moment the root cause is confirmed, not after the fix is deployed. The known error database is essential because it gives your service desk immediate proven workarounds that restore service fast without waiting for full root cause resolution. It transforms recurring chaos into controlled, predictable recovery by ensuring every known failure has documented insight, impact, and reliable path to stabilization. Problem management performance is measured through stability, not speed. I've included some key metrics here that should be considered at minimum for this practice in your organization. Mean time to restore problems, less than 30 days. Don't let them linger. Recurring incident reduction, that's a given. You want incidents to be reduced for stability. PIR to problem conversion, that's pretty much 100%. Do it every time. Known error creation time, try to do it within 2 or 3 business days. Stay on top of it while it's fresh in people's minds. And of course, the utilization and backlog aging, don't let these problem records linger. Get on top of them, work with the service owners, and get them resolved, work around a permanent fix as soon as you can. These KPIs demonstrate whether the practice is reducing operational noise and improving service reliability or not. Governance ensures problem management operates with discipline and consistency. This includes weekly backlog reviews, monthly performance reporting, quarterly audits, and annual maturity assessments. Continuous improvement is fueled by trend data, PIR outcomes, known error database, permanent fixes, and problem resolution metrics. These insights feed directly into the CSI register. The key takeaway here is to keep on top of problem management practice. Look for areas of improvement with known errors being documented or workarounds if necessary. But I cannot stress this enough, as I've seen this too many times. Active participation in the practice to do root cause analysis is a challenge. Support teams tend to be pulled away with other duties than participate in the RCA process. That barrier must be dealt with. You have to have the service owner's active participation during the analysis phase to get the data so you can coordinate so you can coordinate permanent fix or workarounds. Active participation is a must. That's all I can say, and I can't stress that enough. You will see this happen in your organizations from time to time. Problem management doesn't operate in isolation and is very reliant on other core practices. This includes incident management, the primary feeder of problems. Change enablement implements those permanent fixes. CMDB, it provides the CI relationships for impact analysis during the root cause effort. Knowledge management publishes those known errors and solutions. Continual improvement converts insights into improvement and actions and working on constant stability or service availability. If any of these integrations are weak, problem management loses its effectiveness. In ServiceNow, problem management is powered by several core tables. Of course, the overall task table, but problem table, the main problem record, problem task, investigations and implementation tasks, problem workaround, the document workarounds, incident, that's your core data there, change requests or the permanent fix that gets implemented, CMDB CI table with the relationships and knowledge, known errors and solution articles. Understanding and leveraging these tables is essential for accurate reporting, automation, and workflow design within the platform. Problem management is the discipline that protects your organization from recurring failures. It eliminates root causes, strengthens service stability, and builds a knowledge-driven support model. By mastering this practice, you elevate IT from reactive support to proactive service reliability. And remember, every recurring incident is a signal. Problem management is how we respond and how we eliminate or set up workarounds for the service disruptions. You now understand the purpose of problem management and how it is a key practice in the overall improvement of service stability. As always, This presentation will be posted on our website. See the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you for hanging with me, and I encourage you to look through my playlist for other related ITIL practices to improve your overall IT service management rollout. And be sure to check out my ITSM content library on each of these practices as I post them, and visit onboardingitsm.com for more coaching. I also provide consultant services if your organization needs a little handholding in your service management journey. I appreciate your time and have a great day.